So in this video, we'll be discussing dictionaries in Swift. So dictionaries are a collection whose elements store this key value pair. So the first part of your dictionary will be your key. The second part will be your value. As you can see here, this is kind of a small format of what it should look like. So you should have a var or a let, depending on what you're setting it as, the name of your dictionary, and then this needs to equal your key, then your value, and then you need to initialize it. Okay, so let's take a look. What you're going to learn in this video. First thing, you're going to learn how to declare an empty dictionary. We'll do a string to string and then a string to integer. Then we'll add data to it. Then we'll learn how to get that data that you actually added from the dictionary. Then we'll learn how to replace your information inside that value, and then also remove it completely from the dictionary. And then lastly, I'll show you how to create a dictionary with data that's already set up, so it's not an empty dictionary. All right, so let's begin. All right, so let's look up how to actually create the empty dictionary. So we'll do two here, like I said. One will be a string to string, and then the next will be a string to integer. So you do this by typing var or let, depending on what you're needing. We'll do a people. Then you're going to set this to the square brackets just like you do in an array. But inside these brackets is where the magic happens. So I'm going to say string to string and then initialize. Okay, the same thing we're going to do. We're going to make another one called winners. From these winners, we're going to equal square brackets, and then we're going to do of type string to integer, which is it. Okay. Okay, so that's how you create an empty dictionary. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I forgot. So if you don't put these at the end, these parentheses, you'll see this expected member name or constructor called after name type. So it's saying you need to add arguments after this, or you need to use a dot self. So the way you fix this is just add your parentheses there like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look up how to add data to the dictionary. Okay, so the first one, let's work on the people. All you gotta do is type in the people because that's the name of the dictionary, and from there your square brackets, and then since it's type string, you want to name the string. So what's the first? So this is the actual key that you're putting in here. So as you can see up here, your first one is your key. Okay, so we're going to say people, we're going to name this the owner, and then we're going to set the owner to name Bob. And again, this is string to string, just like here. We're setting it string to string. And it's going to be okay with that. Then let's add another one. So people, square, let's name this manager. And we're going to equal this to Sally. And then a third one, people, let's name this to developer 1 equal, we'll name this to Ray. And then the last one, people, let's do another developer. And again, this is going to be per your app. I'm just using these as examples. We're going to name this developer 2, and then we're going to set this to equal Brit. Okay, so there's your first one, and I'll go ahead and show you the difference. Now let's do some winners. So do winner, do the same thing, your square. Now it's a string, so we'll do first, like a first place. So we'll name it first. Actually, go ahead and do first place. First place, and then we're going to set that to equal. Now I'm going to do like I did up there and do a string and then enter in 1,000. Now watch what happens here. You get an error. It says you cannot assign the value type string to an integer, and that's because we set it up here to be of type string for the key, and then your value needs to be an integer. That's not a value. That's not an integer. So I'm actually going to make it a $10,000 prize for your first place. And remove the string. Now it's your integer, so it works. Winners, we'll do second place. equals, let's do 1,000. Okay, and then the last one we'll do winners. Third place, and we're going to set this to equal 500. Okay, so that's actually how you add your data into your string. So to test this, let's go ahead and print. So print, we're going to do people, and then we're going to do another print statement and do winners. Okay, now let's go ahead and see this in action. And you see, manager is Sally, owner is Bob, developer is Ray, and so on. So I'll make that a little bit wider. There you go. So they're working just fine like it's supposed to. First place is 10,000, third is 500, second is 1,000. Now, one thing you'll learn here is it's not first, second, third as we put here, because unlike arrays, these are unordered collections. Dictionaries are not in any particular order, as you can tell. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at how to get the data from these. So this is another very easy thing. You're just going to go ahead and do your dictionary. So winners, let's go ahead and type in first place. Okay, now let's go ahead and play that and see. And so your key value was first place, and it's going to let you know, oh, it's 10,000. It's going to give you the value for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another one. Let's do people, and we're going to go ahead and do the owner. Who is the owner? Print that or play that. You'll see Bob. Now up here, we set the owner to Bob. Awesome. So that's how you go ahead and grab that data. So next thing, let's replace the values in the dictionary. Okay, so we'll do people, and let's go ahead and say developer 2 went ahead and was replaced with a new developer in this case. So we're going to do developer. Oh, it's not going to know that. And we're going to set this to go ahead and equal, let's say Brandy. So right now, I'll go ahead and do a print statement. Print people. So right now, developer 2 is Britt. We're going to go ahead and say Britt left. Brandy is now taking her spot. So hit play. And did that work? Of course it did. So right here you see, oh, so we're actually getting ready to learn something here. So you see right here, we have developer 2, Britt, and developer 2, Brandy. So it actually added, it did not replace. Do you know why? Look at the spelling of developer 2 for Brandy and developer for Britt. It was spelled incorrectly. There's an R there. So it doesn't think it had this key, so it went ahead and added one for us. So let's go ahead and go up here and fix this, and then rerun this, and you'll see. So right here, Britt is developer 2, and now Britt, developer 2, is gone, and Brandy took her place. Okay, so that's how you can replace in the dictionary. And as you can tell, you can add to the dictionary that way as well if it's not already a key given up there in your dictionary. All right, so now let's remove something totally from the actual dictionary. So you want to go ahead and do people again. Let's say Brandy got hired on and they said, sorry, you know, we no longer need a second developer for this team. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, let you go. So developer 2 is now not getting replaced. They're just letting you go completely. So we're going to remove it from the dictionary. And you do that by just assigning it to nil. Okay, so now let's go ahead and print that out. And you'll see. So it's set to nil, and you'll see right here, Nope, something happened. So what did I do wrong there? Developer 2, we're going to set that to equal nil. Oh, I did not capitalize the D. So developer, again, it's a typo. Developer 2 is capitalized, down here was not capitalized. So now let's play it again. So nil is gone, or there, and now you have owner, developer 1, manager, no developer 2. She was gone and removed from the dictionary completely. There's another tip for you. Make sure you are spelling exactly how that key is, which makes sense because if your key is a number and you're off by one letter, you want that to air out or not work because it's not the correct key that you're looking for. Same goes with strings. You want to make sure you're typing them out the correct way. All right, so the last thing I want to hit on in this video is how to make a dictionary with data already assigned. So as you know, up here in the very beginning, we set a couple that were empty dictionaries. At the bottom of this, you'll see I have this pulled directly from Apple documentation site, and this is just a dictionary of your normal HTTP status request codes. Okay, so you'll see it is an integer and a string. So the key is integer, and then the value is string. So you can do it like this. All it is your square brackets, and then inside you're going to do either the string to string or integer to string, and then followed by a comma, and then you can add more and more. So that's how that's added directly without having an empty dictionary. All right, that's the end of this video. I hope this was very helpful for you. Dictionaries can be a pretty tough subject and can get super in depth. So I highly suggest, once you're comfortable with the basics, to do some more digging and research and really learn to understand dictionaries, because you will use those often in your code. If you guys have any comments, please leave those below. And if you like these videos, please go ahead and like and share. Also, subscribe so I can get this out to everyone else. Thank you so much and have a great day.